darn it, I just farted and sat down right into it. Oh, is this thing on? Hey guys, what's going on? I am back tonight with another video for you, and we are gonna take a look at... Oh, which one did I make today? This one? Yeah, let's take a look at this one. So, going back in time a little bit, back when Beowulf was a thing. Man, it's still lingering. Back when Beowulf was a thing. When drawn, if your deck has 14 or more epic cards, your epic cards, wherever they are, gain 19 until played. So, we are on the epic train, and I think since the Alice nerf, I still haven't seen many Bayo decks. They're slowly starting to come back, but Alice Blue had it so locked down that people were scared to play Bayo decks for the longest time. And with the Alice nerf, it seems like it's okay to play them again, honestly. Like I'm not seeing a ton of Alice Blue running around, at least myself anyway. So I think it's okay now to start dabbling back into Beowulf personally, and that's what we're going to do tonight. So we went with the old school Statue of Liberty Bayo build. I did want to spice it up a little bit. You guys know I love this card if you followed the channel. Haruspex is back tonight, and I wanted to see if I could mash it in with this crazy Statue Bayo little thing I made. So that's what I wanted to do. So this is what we did. When played, if your deck has 5 or more Life on Land cards and 5 or fewer Roman Empire cards, which this is Roman Empire itself, so it works. Your Life on Land cards, wherever they are, lose 15 perm. And all other cards, wherever they are, gain 10 perm. So we are essentially sacrificing our 5 Life on Land cards and buffing everything else in our deck is what we're doing. So we intentionally chose cards that we don't mind sacrificing. Cards like Cuscu, who is going to sit in our hand anyway, so we don't really care that its power gets sacrificed, but yet we're still going to gain 4 perm every turn. Cards like Christmas Cactus, who are going to buff the rest of the cards in your hand. So again, we don't care that it's kind of getting debuffed itself, because at the end, we're probably not going to play it. We're just going to draw it, let it buff all the other cards in the hand, and then it's probably going to sit in the hand for the last turn. Same with Pando. It's going to come in, buff the rest of our deck, and be a dead card towards the end of the game. And finally, Driver Ant is our last one, just trying to mix it up. There wasn't a ton of epic options for Life on Land to choose from, is what I noticed. So that was the only downside of trying Haruspex with the Bayo deck, is Life on Land was really limited. As you can see, I had to slot Pando for one of the legendary slots. And our epics, I really didn't want to do Qin Yu either, even though he's kind of offsetting himself, which is why I chose him with his permanent power. He is still getting it back, even though he's losing a little bit. So it's not as terrible with him, but I feel like there could be better options out there. But for now, we slotted him in there. Oh, and Driver Ant, like I said, when drawn, your opponent's cards in hand lose 2 perm. When played, your opponent's cards in hand lose 3 perm, and then when returned, the remaining cards in your opponent's hand lose 4 perm. So we're just stacking up debuff there permanently, which is nice. So not the greatest ability. I wish it was a little bit stronger, but could still be relevant. Let's see. We mentioned Statue of Liberty is going to get the 18 until played on our 12 cards. Obviously, we sacrificed the 5, and then we have the 1 Statue of Liberty, and then 6 arts and 6 history. So only 12 cards getting 18 until played. And then we've got the 14 cards getting the 19 until played. So decent buffs. Rest of the deck consists, we've got the Steadfast Tin Soldier. I've been liking this card the more I play with it. Seems really strong late game. I like the permanent buff it gives itself, especially when comboed with Ballet. So very strong card, a little underrated, I think. I don't see it played very much, and honestly, I feel like it should be. Hand Fasting, another good epic card. When played, if played in the left slot, this card and the card adjacent to this gain 34 for 6 turns. And Ballet, like we said in the deck, when played, if left slot we don't care about. If it's in the middle, it's going to get 40 perm, and in the right slot, history cards in hand get 22 for 2 turns. So we probably play it in the middle, most likely, get that 40 perm, depending what our hand looks like, unless we get a fistful of history cards. but more than likely it's going to go in the middle slot. Snow Queen, another arts card. When played, if it's the last turn of the round, gain 10 perm, and then we're going to give your opponent -10. So a little bit more. Since we've got Cusco in the deck, we're going to go Snow Queen as well. Stack it up a little bit. Last arts card, we have the Tower. I know we don't have 3 tarot cards here with the Hierophant, but I felt like slotting the Tower by itself. Still fine. Still decent. When drawn, all cards in both players' hand lose -10 until played. And then when played, if you're winning the round, a random card in your hand gains 100 this turn. So essentially you're getting 156 for 6 energy, which to me is still very relevant. So I like it even by itself. And then when played, if you're tied or losing, a random card in either player's hand gains 100 this turn. So you could potentially buff your opponent's turn or card, but you'll be able to see it before you play it to know if it's buffing your card or your opponent's, so it's not that big of a deal. You can just pull it back and not play it. And down to the history cards, we got Folio. We're not taking full advantage of Folio here, even though we probably could have, but the epic card choices were a little bit limited, and there was some I just really didn't want to do, so we mixed it up. But when played, 2 of each of your random weird document and battle cards, wherever they are, gain 25 perm. Rockin' Siege of Baghdad, when drawing your opponent's legendary cards wherever they are, lose 25 for 3 turns, a little bit of debuff. Roanoke Colony, just a staple card in the meta right now. I love this card. When returned, if you lost the turn, your opponent's cards wherever they are lose 10 until played. And if you won the turn, your cards wherever they are gain 10 until played. So fantastic. Really doesn't matter either way if you win or lose, because you're still getting the 180, either negative on your opponent or positive on yourself. So either way is great. We got the Catacombs of Paris. When returned, a random card in your hand loses 23 until played, and an opponent's random card in hand loses 23 until played. So, again, taking advantage of Folio a little bit there with the Catacombs as our Weird World. We got a Roanoke Weird World. We got the Battle card here. And our final, we opted for something a little different here. We went Andronicus for the buff. When played, your cards in hand gain 21 for 9 turns. And when drawn, if it's after round 3, your cards, wherever they are, lose 10 perm. So, again, Andronicus, one of my favorite cards, too. I love that card a lot. But, yeah, that's the deck, guys. So, we're going to see if we can Haruspex again for the win like we used to in the past. You guys love it. You know you love it. So, what's good, guys, man? What else has been up? Recently, what did we do? Oh, my wife ended up buying a griddle this weekend, one of those portable, like collapsible griddles. It's pretty neat. If you guys haven't seen them before or own one, you can do a lot with them because it's a flat surface. You know how like kind of like a George Foreman, but the Foreman's like ribbed, right? So the grease can kind of run down in the ridges into the thing in the front. Well, the griddle is flat and, what's going on? Did we lag out here? What happened? All right, there we go. All right, glitched for a minute. But anyway, the griddle is flat, so the grease basically runs to the back. But you can do a lot more like different types of stuff. Like you could do hibachi, which is what we did our first night, which was pretty sweet. She made a really good hibachi. Only 2 cards. That's not good. But, yeah, turned out really good. Tonight she's making burgers on it, so that'll be nice. Nice flat surface for burgers. Easy to clean. You just kind of spray water on it, scrub it off. Cleans up nice. So, yeah, overall we were impressed the first day with it. So that's kind of what our weekend consisted of, a little griddling. I'm going to play it out like this. What are we up against here? Amphibians? Looks like a bot, so probably not going to put up much of a fight if I had to guess. I'll probably say that and lose now. That's usually how my luck goes. Like, this bot's going to be so easy, and then bam, get my butt kicked. But we will see. Definitely Snow Queen, and we got 15 energy. Let's go ahead and do Handfast Roanoke. He's probably got us here, it looks like. Yep. But that's okay. Beat us by a little, not much. Need to get that steadfast cycling with ballet. Hopefully this round, because we'll get a little buff with it. Plus 10 with the arena. All right, we got the Statue of Liberty coming down now. And let's do, what do we want to do with it? Let's do the 2 6s. All right, this bot's putting up a good fight. Might lose this after all. Gotta love it. There's that ballet I've been looking for all my life. Boom, boom, boom. Some people are worth melting for. Heck yeah. Let's get that nice steadfast tin soldier buff. All right, that put us in the lead. We got our Cusco online now too. All right, let's check out this tower buff. Let's see what we get with it. Okay, we don't like that. That's the one downside with tower in this deck, is the Cusco. So we're going to go Chen Yu instead. And lose because of it. Dang it. Come on, tower, did me dirty. All right, well, maybe we are going to get stomped by a bot. I just, you know, it is what it is. Sometimes you just can't win. No matter how hard you try. Well, don't like that one either. All right, let's see. Amphibians lately, though, man, putting up good fight. I'm liking it. It's nice seeing a lot of variety, man, because I don't know if you guys played a few years back, but it was like, there were like certain times in the game where it was like all you saw was one deck over and over and over. For instance, there was the, early on, there was the Sue Bones decks that only new players played. Just Sue Bones nonstop. Then you had the Birds meta, where it was just like nonstop birds decks. That's all you played. There was the... what was the other one? The Chinese guys. What the heck was... Oh, 8 Immortals. Yes, the 8 Immortal decks. Nonstop. All of which had to be nerfed eventually. But, yeah. Ooh, we might lose here. We don't have a ton of power in hand. 389. Yeah, he's playing 2 life on land cards, too. We could lose this. Oh, squeezed it out. Okay. I'm digging it. Do we just make a comeback now? No, probably not. He's probably going to get us, if I had to guess. All right, we are going to cycle our ballet and steadfast nicely here, though, for the last turn of the game, if we make it to round 5. So that is something. That is something. But is it enough? I've got high hopes. All right, there's our Haruspex again. So let's go ahead and play it with the Andronicus. And let's drop this Pando down. Get the buff while we have the lead. Not by much. He's catching us now. All right, I don't like this hand for the last turn here. He's got 3 life on land cards, so he's definitely got a shot. Ooh, and I don't get to play my Bayo either. That is not good. I'm going to pull Chinyu back. Let's go Bayo, because it's a little bit more. So I think that's the best we can do for... Yeah, he's probably got us here. Ooh, it was close. Did he get us? Oh, he did. He got us back. Just, man, come on. 14? See, if Driver Ant was a little stronger there, we'd have had it. Dang it. All right, well, we can't even beat bots with this deck, so on to the next. All right, let's do one more. See if we can get something going tonight. But yeah, what else is good? Ooh, I was listening to what was I somehow on my YouTube feed, I spotted a near-death experience video, and I was like, man, this one kind of sounds good. It looked, he met in the, like the, what do you call it, the attention grabber, like the little thing there, it said like World War III incoming, guy has like near-death experience and says, you know, World War III's on the horizon type thing. So I was like, oh, I got to click this and see what he's talking about, right? Interesting. I didn't finish it yet, so I didn't get to hear all of about the war coming yet, but I am going to finish it probably after this video. I am curious to hear, but essentially the guy dies and goes back, or whatever you want to call it, it's like to the other side, and realizes that, you know, he's died like, I think he said like 3,200 times now. But basically the idea is that, you know, at least what he said is that we're all obviously gods in our own way, and we're all here to experience, you know, whatever, and yada, yada, yada. But it was kind of cool. Like, I liked some of the stuff he was saying, like, specifically just like, we're all one together, and consciousness is like, you know, basically the Big Bang was all of us like dreaming essentially in the consciousness. So he said that apparently we're all currently still in the other realm, but like a part of us, we split off here. So I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool idea. I never really thought of it like that. So even right now, he's the way he said it was, you know, we're on the other side making conscious, almost like we're making conscious decisions still over there, which is interesting. So I don't know if you believe that kind of stuff. I know I try not to get too into any of that, you know, religious type stuff on the channel, but when I hear interesting theories or takes on things, I do like to, you know, say, hey, that's kind of neat. I like that idea. So I don't know. I guess we'll never really know for sure until the time comes, right? It's one of the neat things about it. Oh, I don't like this draw. I could play Snow Queen here and get it back on turn 3 next time. So maybe that's the way we go, just because our hand's kind of muddled up right now. Oh, one other thing he mentioned, which I thought was cool, was that you don't necessarily, the way we have time, like, you know, tomorrow will be the next day, and then, you know, 100 years from now will be 100 years from now. But he said that when you die and you come back, you might not necessarily be coming back in the future. He said you could be coming back in Egyptian times, or you could be coming back in, you know, the different, basically in the past, basically, to go relive that again. Maybe you didn't do something right, or you didn't experience something properly back then. So you go back and you relive that time, almost like you relive it again to whatever you didn't get right the first time. So I thought that was kind of cool. What he mentioned fear too, and ego is like the biggest. He said there's not really good and evil. It's everything good and evil is really manifested in our own minds. So it's really more of an ego thing. It's, how did he word it? It was, I'm trying to recall this episode. But it was pretty interesting. Basically, there's not really good and evil, or Oh, it's in fear. Fear is the other thing. It keeps you, if you're like a spiritual person, that keeps you down in a lower frequency. And he said that's one thing that a lot of these religions do, is they push the fear component into people, which actually brings you down into a lower state of, I don't know what you call it, like a lower state of vibration, just by pushing the fear narrative on everybody, which he said's not good. So I thought that was an interesting point, is that is one thing I noticed that I never really understood either, is why religions try to push the fear narrative so hard. It just, I don't know, I never really understood that myself. But anyway, off the topic, I don't like to dabble on that too long, but I just thought it was an interesting story of this guy. Well, we are getting taxed to death right now, and kind of sucks. I hate being taxed, but I love playing it when I'm playing it, you know? But when it happens to me, no, I don't like it. We're winning right now. Barely. Let's do Chinu. See if we can hold the lead here. Ooh, Flying Dutch coming down on me. That's not good. Alright, we're getting our debuffs going. I like it. Terrible tower. I guess we're doing it like that. It's probably not going to be enough. Dang it. Stupid taxing. I hate it. I almost want to just quit and play a real game. I hate it so much. Like, I can't play my cards. Come on, man. Oh, tower, dude. Whose team you on? Alright, opponent's stealing all our energy. Alright, tower. Let's see if you can bring it home, baby. Alright. We got a chance. Not a great one. Alright, let's go. Definitely want to play you. Do we go steadfast just to be safe? I think we have to, because we can only play 2 cards. Let's do it. Even though I don't want to, I think I have to. He's probably going to get us here, though, because he stacked 116 already. Here's my ballet. Where were you a minute ago, ballet? Let's do it like that. 312, that's a good jump. Ooh, he had a good turn there too, though. Bobbit Worm. Alright, his lock missed. That's good for us. Folio looking good. Do it like that. 318. Oh, the Dutch. I forgot about the Dutch. Did me dirty again with it. Did me dirty. All right. We got 22 for the last turn. That's not terrible. But not enough. Yeah, he's got us, I think. I don't think it's enough. Oh, man, really close. He got us barely. Oh, that's 2 games in a row we lost, like, by next to nothing. Crazy. All right, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video. As always, please hit that like button and that subscribe button. Not the greatest deck tonight, but is what it is. We tried to make something crazy work. Like I said, I wanted to try to slot in Haruspex with Bayo and Statue to see if I could make it happen, but didn't play as I hoped. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and have a good night, guys.